1, 2, 3, up!
Kenya's borders are on the brink. Our security forces tasked with protecting the nation are running on empty. National Intelligence Service Director General Nordin Haji has issued a dire warning. Underfunding and outdated equipment leave us vulnerable, especially as global conflicts like the Russia-Ukraine war fuel instability.
The last 2 years, we have really struggled to ensure, for example, that there are no bombs happening here in Nairobi, that there are no Al-Shabaabs penetrating into Nairobi. We have lost so many lives in the front through the SOG and also the special forces from the military.
Nordin Haji didn't hold back. He told the nation that Kenya's security forces, military, police and intelligence service lack the advanced tools to secure our borders. He warned that global unrest, like the Russia-Ukraine war, could exploit our weaknesses.
There are threats. If you look at Uganda, you have the Karamajogs, you have the different tribes coming into Kenya to undertake cattle rustling. They have encroached in some of our lands and our territory. In South Sudan, the insecurity that is there, the proliferation of small arms, every other day, we have to face that.
Under President William Ruto's watch, why are our security agencies struggling? Let's uncover the truth in this 10-minute deep dive.
Fire! Oh!
Haji's alarm points to a deeper issue, underfunding under President Ruto's administration. So, what's going wrong?
In terms of graph and against all the state departments that we oversight, the National Intelligence Service has continued to enjoy a very favorable. So against your requirement and the allocation that you get.
Kenya's economy is under pressure with public debt at 70% of GDP. Ruto's government faces tough choices. In 2023, security agencies received $2.2 billion, but it's not enough for modern equipment. A rejected 2024 budget proposed 377.5 billion shilling for security, including 46.3 billion for the National Intelligence Service, but fiscal constraints forced cuts. Ruto's focus on social programs and infrastructure often overshadow security needs. But when borders are at risk, can Kenya afford to prioritize elsewhere?
The big issue also of terror around our globe and in our region, and many other security challenges that affect us, including the whole arena of constraints around the economy. You know, we have an economic situation globally that requires very delicate management, and a lot of information, a lot of intelligence is necessary to be gathered so that we can better manage the affairs of the country, better manage the security of the country, and even manage in the best way possible the economy of our country. And
corruption is a silent killer. Transparency International ranks Kenya's defense sector as high risk for graft. Funds meant for security vanish into shady deals or inflated contracts. In 2013, reports showed police could be bribed easily, and little has changed. Under Ruto, allegations of mismanagement persist, starving agencies of critical resources. When Haji says we are ill-equipped, corruption is a big reason. Why siphoning off funds that could protect Kenyans?
So there is no amount of money that is enough at the moment to ensure that as Kenya, we are able to safeguard ourselves from the rear, from the front, from the top. We are facing threats from each and every neighbor that we have. except maybe from Tanzania.
Politics under Ruto isn't helping. Security budgets often bend to political agendas, not strategic needs. Rivalries between agencies like the National Intelligence Service, police and military waste resources on duplicated efforts. The 2013 Westgate and 2015 Garissa attacks exposed these failures, with delayed responses tied to poor coordination. Ruto's administration inherited a politicized security system, but progress on reforms is slow. Parliamentary debates over budgets, while necessary, often stall funding, leaving agencies in the lurch.
Deficits are likely to exceed projections and critical services may be compromised, and I have continuously raised several issues with regard to budget credibility.
Kenya's challenges don't stop at home. Neighbors like Somalia, South Sudan and Ethiopia bring arms smuggling and banditry. Al-Shabaab exploits our 3,000-kilometer porous borders, and Kenya's troops in Somalia's ATMIS mission drain funds. Haji warned of gangs and weapons crossing borders. Without data technology, our forces struggle to keep up. Ruto's regional commitments are vital, but they stretch our security budget thin. Haji dropped a bombshell. Kenya's military hasn't modernized in over a decade. Plans like a 3.4 billion shilling loan from Israel for a missile defense system are stuck in slow motion. Ruto's government inherited this neglect, but the clock is ticking.
In Ethiopia, as you know, there's the Oromo Liberation Army. They are occupying part of our territory, and we are forced to deal with them. But if you look at the kind of equipment that we have as a security sector, it is really wanting. Look at the kind of equipment that we have as a security sector, it is really wanting. And I think as a country we need to decide whether we are serious and whether we want to ensure that we are giving the security that Kenyans deserve. I don't know how else.
Past administrations prioritized short-term wins over long-term security, leaving us with aging ear. Haji's warning underscores the cost of this inaction. Our defenses can't match today's threats.
That one I will not lie to Kenyans. And I don't think we need to lie to Kenyans. And it does not mean that we are not able to safeguard this country. We are able to safeguard this country. But the kind of equipment that they have needs to be upgraded. They need to have new equipments. And we cannot beat about the bush about this.
Kenyans are fed up. Banditry in the north, abductions and extrajudicial killings fuel distrust in security forces. Social media is ablaze with criticism, calling the National Intelligence Service and police corrupt or incompetent. After failures like Westgate, many ask, why fund a broken system? This public anger pressures Ruto to limit security budgets, creating a cycle where underfunding leads to more failures.
There is no amount of money at the moment that we can say is enough. And I'm telling you, for example, the military, for the last 10 years, they have not been getting the requisite equipment. They don't have equipment.
Nordin Haji's warning is a red flag for Ruto's administration, underfunding security, driven by economic strain, corruption, political choices, regional pressures, past neglect, and public distrust, puts Kenya at risk. Our borders are exposed, and global instability couldn't exploit this weakness. Ruto must act, but it's not just about money. Transparency, coordination, and trust are critical.
Today we are being faced by threats that come from all the way from Yemen and other countries.
Can Kenya secure its future before danger strikes? Reporting from Maisha Television, I'm William Juma.